If you've watched this channel for a while, then you've seen me set up a lot of streaming devices, and there's always that setting to share your data or to turn off data sharing. Now, I usually do that because with the streaming devices, it's all about targeted ads, and frankly, I like my ads to be targeted at me, not just generic stuff, right? But it's also a great reminder that every time I sit down to watch TV, I'm transmitting data about myself. This is information that's available to whoever can get their hands on it and make use of it. But then it gets you thinking. Every time you turn on your TV, every time you set up a new phone or log into your bank account or shop online or sign up for a newsletter, your digital footprint starts getting huge really fast. In fact, it's probably already out of control. And if you want to know how exposed you are, how much info is out there about you, just do a quick Google search. I can tell you about myself, I don't even really use social media very much aside from the occasional Twitter post. And no, I'm not calling it X yet, or ever if I can help it. And still, just from existing online, the front page of my Google search results will tell you about lots of full-time jobs I've had, hobbies, passion projects. Heck, it'll probably tell you my mother's maiden name and the name of my first pet. Rip Tippy the cat, gone too soon. All that to say, today we're talking about identity protection service. Your digital footprint may be out of control. It's not really within our power anymore to go hunt down all those hundreds of decisions that we've made and reverse all of them. So instead, you can make one decision to help cover those tracks and keep yourself safer online and feel more secure. And that decision is, which company do you use to protect yourself online? So let's dive in. Hey everybody, Craig here from Reviews.org. Thanks so much for joining me. Yeah, today we're talking about identity theft and fraud. We're going to look at one company's solution in particular and use that as a way to talk about the issue generally, as well as this particular solution. That company, by the way, is OmniWatch. They sponsored this video so that I'd have a chance to dig into this issue, give their product a try, and let you know what I think of it. So I'll give you the full rundown, including what kinds of plans they have and the pricing and all that, including my recommendation for you at the end of the video. So stick around for that. We've talked a little bit about the why, but in order to get into the what, let's talk about what is OmniWatch. Think of it this way. It's a little bit like identity theft and fraud insurance and protection. There's a lot that goes into it, honestly. There is that insurance component, of course. You pay a small premium, you get a whole boatload of coverage for that premium, but you also get a lot of service and assistance in case something happens and to help prevent anything from happening. So if somebody opens a credit card in your name, or you're the victim of a ransomware attack, something like that, any number of scenarios, they're going to be there to help you out. So what do you get from OmniWatch? Well, when you sign up, you'll get access to the website and of course a mobile app. And the mobile app I think is the more valuable of the two because of the alert system they have set up. If they notice something suspicious, something fishy, they're going to send you a push notification right away and get your take on it. Those real-time alerts are massive. Take it from somebody who used to work for a couple of the big banks. I'd have people calling me frantic, trying to shut down cards, freeze accounts, that sort of thing, because they had noticed suspicious activity on their account. And when that would happen, I'd often go back and look and see that that stuff had been happening for not just hours, but sometimes days before they noticed. And in those cases, the damage was catastrophic. So if they'd caught it faster, it would have gone a lot better for them. That's kind of the point of something like OmniWatch as a front line of defense. Now, that's what happens if somebody tries to steal your identity or succeeds, right? But in this case, prevention is worth a pound of, what is it, an ounce of prevention? Whatever. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. You know who said that? Ben Franklin. You know why? Because he owned an insurance company. But that doesn't make it any less true. In this case, prevention is huge. And this is one area of life where AI really comes in handy. Now, take it from the creative guy in the room. I don't always have the warmest, fuzziest feelings about AI because I often associate it with the AI slop that I see on social media that ticks me off sometimes. But of all the AI use cases out there, this is one of my favorites. You give it access to your Gmail account, your text messages, your Outlook, and it's going to monitor those so that if suspicious messages come through, they'll get flagged, you'll get notified, and you think of it as another line of defense. But wait, Craig, you say, I'm really smart. I don't need that. I can spot a scam coming through. And here's the thing. You are smart and you've seen a lot of scams and you are going to see most of those that come through, but they're changing all the time, right? And you never know. If only one of those sneaks through, boom, it's all over. That identity theft happens, and you're going to spend the next weeks or months cleaning up that mess and hoping it doesn't do too much damage. So you've got that AI helping you stay on the lookout for things, but maybe you see something that it didn't flag and you're wondering if it's legit. OmniWatch has scam experts that are on call. You can give them a call and say, hey, what the heck is this thing? Is this legit? Is it not? And they'll help you suss out what's the good stuff and what you should avoid. Now, let's say the worst happens and your identity is stolen or there is fraud that you fall victim to. What's going to happen? Well, frankly, again, take it from the former banker, it's going to be a nightmare. If you're going it alone, here's what you have to do. You need to place fraud alerts and account freezes at all the big credit bureaus. Get in touch with your banks and your creditors to do the same thing, which, as we all know, means a whole lot of hold music in your future. You need to file dispute letters and documentation on all this stuff. The list goes on. Those are the basics. And if that doesn't sound like a lot, you're wrong. It takes forever. It's already a terrifying situation, and then you layer on top of that the amount of bureaucracy and paperwork and time that you're going to need to put into this. And yeah, it really can get very frustrating, very stressful, and very expensive really quickly. So to that end, OmniWatch has identity restoration experts available 24/7. They're there all the time, so you do not need to wait for business hours if you want to give somebody a call and get that ball rolling. If the worst has happened and you need help, then they're there for you. And what do? Well, one shorthand way to think of it is anything that they can do for you, they'll do for you. If they can't do it for you, then they'll at least guide you and coach you through the process. So calling your bank or writing those dispute letters, that sort of thing, they're going to be able to do that for you. Gathering up documentation, they'll help you understand what they need, what the banks need, what the credit bureaus need. They'll help you gather all of that up and get that submitted as well. That doesn't mean it won't suck if your identity gets stolen. It will. But they're going to remove a lot of the stress and a lot of the mysterious black box quality of how do I get out of this mess. That's what they're there for. So it's a lot smoother, a lot less stressful than going it alone. And on top of all that, there's the financial protection as well. Their lowest plan comes with up to $2 million in identity theft insurance and up to $50,000 in scam and ransomware reimbursement. And it goes up from there. For household plans, it could be up to $8 million and $200,000 respectively for those. So you've got protection, and then if something does happen, you've got coverage and you've got assistance to get you through all of that stuff, which brings up the question, how much is all of this sweet, sweet coverage going to cost you? Well, honestly, not as much as you might have thought. And I know this is a sponsored video, but I can say with all sincerity, it was a lot less than I thought it was going to be. As with most subscription services, you can get a monthly plan and go month to month on that, or you can go annual and save a pretty big chunk. They've got the basic plan that starts at about $8 a month, and then it goes up to the elite plan at about $15 a month. And if I'm recommending a plan, it kind of comes down to whether you own a home, because they do have that title protection, and how much you have in terms of net worth and assets to protect, since that coverage doubles when you make the jump up to elite. There's also the family plan that I mentioned, which is essentially the elite plan, but it's for more than one person in the same household. And that said, would I recommend that you get it? Yeah, I think I would. This is something that's overdue for me, so I was really grateful for the chance to dig into it. I think I'm going to be getting it for myself going forward. Now, should you get it? Well, there is the monthly or annual cost to consider. So if that is a consideration and it's going to be tough to swing that, think of it this way. Go look through your credit card or your debit card bills and see about your monthly subscriptions. What are you already subscribed to that you can live without? You may want to consider replacing it with OmniWatch. There's probably something you're paying $8 a month for that you can do without, right? And then once you are signed up for OmniWatch, like all insurance products, you hope to use it as little as possible, right? Or at least not all of its features. But it's one of those have it and not need it versus don't have it and need it situations, right? If something does happen, your identity is stolen or you fall victim to a scam, then if you have protection like with OmniWatch, you'll be really grateful that you have it. If you don't, then you'll know in short order why people sign up for things like this. Now, I hope that most people in our audience have not experienced a real big catastrophic identity theft or scam situation, but statistically speaking, I bet some of you have. So if that's true, I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. Did you have protection services like this, insurance services? Did you not? What was your experience either way? Let us know in the comments below. Much appreciated. On your way down there, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. For now, thanks so much for watching. Thank you, OmniWatch, for sponsoring this video and giving me a chance to dive into this issue. And I will see you all on the next video.